Listen, some people do not respect you. They only benefit from your overextension. That may sound sharp, but stay with it. Because if people only value you when you're always available, always saying yes, always carrying extra, always stretching beyond capacity, that may not be respect. That may be dependency. Tonight, we're talking about how to reduce overcommitment without losing respect. But first, we must ask a harder question. What kind of respect are you so afraid to lose? Many capable adults are exhausted because they have confused reliability with overavailability. They say yes too quickly, they accept too much, they agree before evaluating, then they carry the pressure privately. From outside, people call them dependable, but inside, they are stretched, irritated, fragmented, tired of being needed but afraid to step back. That is a trap. You see, overcommitment often enters through a good door. You want to help, you want to contribute, you want to be useful, you want people to know they can count on you. Good intention, but poor structure. Overcommitment is agreeing to obligations that exceed sustainable capacity. Notice the word sustainable. That's not temporary capacity. That's not emergency capacity. That is not I can manage. It is sustainable capacity. Because I can manage has destroyed many adults quietly. You can manage for a week, for a season, for a crisis, but if managing becomes your design, collapse becomes predictable. This is where the identity layer appears. If your identity is tied to being indispensable, you will overcommit. If your identity is tied to being impressive, you will overcommit. If your identity is tied to being needed, you will overcommit. If your identity is tied to being the strong one, you will overcommit and call it maturity. But strength without structure becomes depletion. Here's what many people fear. If I say no, they'll think I'm lazy. If I reduce, I will lose relevance. If I am not everywhere, I will be forgotten. If I am not always available, they will replace me. You see, that fear drives overload. Not purpose, but fear. And fear is a poor designer. Let's make it more practical. When a request comes in, do not answer instantly. Pause and ask these 3 questions. 1. Do I have the energy? 2. Does this align with my current priorities? 3. What must reduce if I accept this? You see, that third question is very powerful because every yes takes space from somewhere. From your rest, from your focus, your family, your strategic work, your body, your clarity, your future. It always takes space from somewhere. So, if you cannot name what will reduce, then your yes is probably emotional, not structural. This is where people miss it. They think saying yes preserves respect. But poor quality delivery damages respect more than a calm refusal. Delay damages respect. Resentful tone damages respect. Half-hearted work damages respect. Silent bitterness damages respect too. So you see, you cannot be respected for work that you secretly resent. Resentment leaks. Reducing overcommitment is not shrinking. It is protecting quality. It is protecting focus. It is protecting the version of you that can deliver well. Now, most people may react at first. That's normal. But they will adjust to a new structure. And adjustment in this case is not rejection. Disappointment is not danger. If someone's respect disappears because you protected capacity, that respect was conditional. And conditional respect is fragile. Calm consistency builds durable respect. You do not need a dramatic announcement, no public declaration, emotional speech, no from today henceforth. Just a clean sentence. I won't be able to take that on right now. I can do it next week, not this week. That's outside my current capacity. I need to check my schedule before I confirm. That last one is very important. Many overcommitments happen because the mouth moves before the system evaluates. So, you can delay the answer and give yourself time to think. A rushed yes often becomes a stressful future. You do not want that. Now let's get underneath. Overcommitment can also hide avoidance. So if you stay busy constantly, you can avoid the stillness. If you stay needed constantly, you can avoid your own life. And if you keep rescuing others, you may not have to face what needs redesign in you. Space can be uncomfortable because space removes noise, and when noise reduces, truth becomes easier to hear. So yes, reducing commitment may create discomfort, but discomfort is not danger. It is information. Ask yourself, where am I currently stretched? Which commitments did I accept emotionally rather than strategically? What would improve if I reduced one thing this month? Not 10 things, just one thing. Inside the design is not about becoming less committed. It is about becoming more deliberate, because if everything is important, nothing is structured. Structure itself requires limits, and limits require courage. And courage is not always loud. Sometimes courage is the calm no. So when I said some people do not respect you, they only benefit from your overextension, this is what I meant. Real respect can survive your limits, and dependency cannot. This week, delay one yes. Evaluate before agreeing. Choose one commitment to review, not from fear, but from design. We are rebuilding deliberately, not for intensity, but for durability.